Welcome to KV Chem classes. This is the topic today, structural representation of organic compounds, class 11. In this topic, we will learn how to represent a molecule, particularly organic compounds. There are four ways. The first way is complete structure, and the second way is condensed structure. Third way is bond line structure. The fourth one is very different. It is 3D representation. Let us talk individually. In complete structure, all the bonds are represented by a bond. CC bond is represented by a line and CH bond is also represented by a line. For example, if you take an example of ethane, we know that the formula of ethane is C2H6. So there are two carbons, C, C, and bond between them, and remaining all are hydrogens. These hydrogen carbon bonds also included in this complete structure. And another example, ethyl alcohol. So what is the formula of ethyl alcohol? It is C2H5OH, right? Gets two carbons, so C bond C, and the one of the carbon has three hydrogens, and another has two hydrogens and a heteroatom, that is OH. So this OH also completely represented by using Lewis stars. So in complete structure, if you see in complete structure, the molecular formula is completely explained by using this complete structure. If you go for condensed structure, we omit these bonds, CC bonds, bond, this line is omitted. If we omit the lines, here the ethane, the same ethane can be written as like this. So this is the condensed structure of ethane condensed structure. And if you go for ethyl alcohol, this is the same. So we omit the single bonds here, CH3, and here also we omitted. So two hydrogens are there. So CH2 and OH. So this is the condensed structure of ethyl alcohol. And if you go for a bond line structure, it is very simple and very convenient structure to understand. Here we omit the alphabets which has been here written here, CH3 CH3. So instead of using this, we use a line in zigzag mode. For example, the ethane. So ethane bond line structure is, this is the bond line of ethane. So each corner is assumed to be a carbon with three hydrogens. So basically terminal end is called methyl, and this is methyl. So this is the bond line structure of ethane. So if you go for propane, so propane condensed structure is CH3, CH2, and CH3. So if you write the same formula for propane in bond line structure is in zigzag manner. So this is the bond line structure of propane. Here it is a terminal carbon with single bond. So this is assumed to be carbon having three hydrogens. So this has two hydrogens and this is three hydrogens. Totally CH3, CH2, CH3. So this is the propane bond line structure. So this is the bond line structure of ethyl alcohol. So this is the fourth types of structural representation of organic compounds, that is three-dimensional representation of organic compounds. In this representation, this solid line, so this solid wedge line represents that bond is towards the observer. Observer. That is, this hydrogen is towards the observer. Suppose observer is seeing this molecule from this view. This hydrogen is in front of his eyes, in front of the observer, and this dotted line represents that the bond is away from the observer. That means it is uh, behind the plane of paper. This is behind the paper, and these two bonds represents that it is the bond in the plane of paper. It is in the plane of paper. So solid wedge represents that the bond is in front of the observer, to or towards the observer, and this bond represents it is away from the observer. These two bonds are in plane of the paper.